This is Jenny from Pastry Chef Online, and today we're going to make a fruity whipped cream that is stabilized with gelatin. You could use it as a light mousse if you use extra puree. If you go a little bit lighter on the puree, it makes a really nice light frosting for, well, in this case we're going to use it for an upside down cake, but any light cake that might benefit from living in the refrigerator. Regular whipped cream will work if you're going to serve it pretty much immediately, but if you want it to hold for a couple of days, you'll want to stabilize your whipped cream. So that is what we are going to do. Ready? Here we go. Today's goal is to turn this lovely but naked upside down cake into this beautifully decorated cake suitable for a party. I have 1.5 cups of whipping cream. You probably can't see, but it's whipping cream in a bowl. 12 ounces for those of you who weigh. A pinch of salt, probably not even 1/8 of a teaspoon, but just enough. This is 6 ounces of my mixed passion fruit and mango puree. I just purchased both of them frozen. The Goya people make them, and I got it at the local Mexican grocery store, so that's kind of exciting. Again, 12 ounces here, 6 ounces, so remember that ratio, 2:1 cream to fruit puree. You want to make strawberry, raspberry, whatever. 2 parts cream, 1 part puree. All right, and then I've got 2 ounces of powdered sugar just to sweeten fairly lightly. I'll do this to taste. I might hold some of it out. And then I'm going to use a teaspoon of plain gelatin. If you'll see, I'm just going to sprinkle it right over the puree. Just going to let that bloom for about 5 minutes. I'm going to heat it up, strain it. That is going to go into the cream as it's whipping, and we'll end up with a cream that is pipeable, that will hold up over long periods of time because the gelatin will hold on to the moisture that would otherwise weep out. Once the gelatin has bloomed, heat it over medium heat, swirling it around. You can use a spoon if you want to, just until it gets hot enough to melt the gelatin. Test by sticking your finger in, rubbing it between your thumb and your finger, and just make sure that it's not grainy. If it is a little bit grainy, continue to heat it and then test it again. Once your gelatin is melted, just pour it through a fine strainer and then press it through with a rubber spatula. Just because sometimes there's a little bit of seed or maybe some strings from the mango, and you don't want that getting in your whipped cream, especially if you're going to pipe it, because then you're going to just end up clogging up your decorating tip. Start whipping your cream on medium speed. Sorry about the autofocus. Add sugar a little bit at a time, and then whip until you reach medium peaks. Then go ahead and whip in your puree. You can test the consistency. Once you've got all the puree in, that's at about medium peaks. Tastes really good. So just scrape your bowl a little bit, and then re-whip just to make sure that you've got a really nice and homogeneous mix. Put your lovely fruity stabilized whipped cream into a piping bag or a gallon zip top with a decorative tip, and decorate the cake however you would like. I'm just making a simple shell border, and then to finish it off, I'm just making little rosettes to sort of mark where you should cut the slices, because who wants just a tiny bit of whipped cream on their cake?